Yo, I'll be back in just a second, y'all. Alright, let me just start up BlueStacks, which the reason why I'm even streaming is because I can't play in Valley of the Ancients on my phone anymore. It has gotten too bad for me to be able to play. I basically fucking freeze and glitch out, and that is not very fun to play. So I'm just starting up BlueStacks, and then we'll get going. Let's see. We've got that timer going still. Fuck, maybe we nah, let's not do that actually. I was gonna say maybe it's time for a fucking subathon, but fuck that shit. Okay, that's the chat thing. Let's see if it works. Okay, cool though, I watch the streams. Yeah, of course. It does work, okay. And here we are. Let's begin this little stream. So, there has been a pretty nice little increase with the auction house. I'm actually gonna try and get that Nightmare Essence right there. Currently, I am trying to win this Void Moon Helm, which I'm fucking ready to pay anything for this ship, but I am running out of gold. So I'm trying to get an Xfer over to the server. And talking about Xfers, let me ask the dude who does Xfers. And let me also see how much gold I have on Iran. Let me see. Because I don't know. 3.6. All right. Oh, it's a black screen. Well, that's cool. Okay. 14.1. Well, I'm trying to export money or gold from Iran over to Taranis. So I'm just gonna post this in some discords and see if anyone is looking to export. All right. That's all I can do. What are we killing? Valley of the Ancients? Dude, fuck. Iran is low-key dead now. Iran is low-key dead. Rich boy. Yeah, I don't know about that. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people showing up to something in Valley. I'm not sure what it is. I would X for you to Rhea. Yeah, I would X for out of Rhea if I was you. Nah, I X for like 60 mil from Rhea to Taranis before the merge, and I don't plan on returning exactly. There's a reason I X for. But anyways, we have 3 people showing up to kill this fucking dragon, which I'm probably gonna hop on over to Tethra because this is crazy. No one does these things anymore. No one does these things anymore. Let me actually go get this quest, the weekly quest. I could do that, to be fair. I could do that so that I get the points. Fuck, dude, I'm not attending shit on Iran anymore. I've done 2 endgame attends this month, and it's the 20th. That is wild. And I seem to be the only fucking druid as well. This is great. Oh. He's pretty much staying alive. Let me get that, okay. I'm coming to attend this in a sec. Yeah, dude, pull up. I don't even know why the fuck I'm here, but I have the weekly quest, so why not? Need to get X-Print. Nope. Can't get X-Print in the group. We're not gonna get in the lock group, unfortunately. No, there actually isn't. There we go. Ah, she's tier 5. Leave this shit, bitch. Oh well. This thing's gonna take half an hour to kill. Iran in the trenches. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, especially after all the merges, Iran will just be average. Because Iran has always had its activity and like population as their selling point, but now it's like Tethra has more players, Rhiannon and Hearn will have more players. Because if you look at it in terms of endgame tunes, Iran will be not top 5 anymore. So they've gone from top 2 to probably like mid-server at this point. Same with Rosmerda, I guess, if they don't get a merge. Unfortunately. Yeah, Ron is boring as fuck for me with just a Dom. Yeah, pretty much. Like, Taranis is also just a Dom, but it's an alliance kind of setup. So right now there's 4 clans in that alliance, but there's also all the Lugh people who are, I guess, eventually gonna make it into the alliance in some way or another. Which then it's gonna be quite a populated server. But compared to Iran, they do allow the selling of certain items. So for example, I have a much stronger tune on Taranis than I do on Iran. And I've played on Iran for a year, I've been endgame for a year, I've been bossing for a year, and I still have better gear. That rhymed. I still have better gear on Taranis, which tells you all you need to know. So, even if there's technically gonna be more comp for drops and bidding, you can still get your hands on some good gear without having to grind for a year just to outbid someone. Yeah, I never got that. After Dawn is down for 6 years, you sell your drops to comp, so you get comp. Fuck yeah. I mean, to be honest, it would be kind of like Rosmerda all over again. But at least then, we would have comp, because right now, we don't. And we haven't really had any comp at all for, yeah, ever. I mean, in February, we had some comp. We had Invicta show up every now and then to like Jelly and BT, but that was it, and it wasn't like consistent. Yeah, I am jumping back on Tethra after this. Let's see. Damn, this is slow as fuck. But yeah, I'm with you on that, Froley. Like, yes, give comp gear at this point, straight up, honestly. That way there's actually some other people playing on the server. Because right now it's quite like repetitive. Obviously the game is super repetitive, but it's the exact same people playing, exact same faces, exact same shit, yes, all the time. At least with Taranis, there's like currently 6 different clans that I think all clans can kill at least Prot in like some endgame, so it is a little different vibe. And then people are, I guess, slightly more knowledgeable in the game on that server compared to Iran. If that's a upside or downside, I don't know. But yeah, we're getting our little valley kill points from this. Which is so useful. No, but that's like another thing with kill point servers. As at a certain point you just get a certain amount of points where it's like doesn't even make sense to show up for bosses if you don't want to. Yeah, Ron is like Epona with our words, but no one will say it. Hey, I'm not gonna say it, but I'm not gonna deny it. It definitely caters towards casual players, and you don't really need to know how the game works to play on this server. Well, you don't really need to know how it works on any server, but you're not gonna be called out on this server if you don't know what you're doing. Because there's definitely a lot of people who don't know what they're doing. Yeah, I've seen pacey. Can't say that how it's normally said. Waited 5 years for a godly transmutation. I think so. 4 or 5 years, I think. But that's like the RNG being the issue. But yeah, since there's no selling of drops and there's no... I mean, the drop rate and the amount of drops you get each week has been the same for the past 7 years, technically speaking, apart from a few events. So you're just stacking your points, and for me personally, in the past 5 months, there's not been anything for me to bid on for my rogue. So, I mean, eventually I've stopped kind of showing up to bosses. Because I just don't see the point, I guess. Yeah, saying that's how I imagine it is for all classes on or on. It is like that. Especially if you're like a new player coming in now. And there's already like plenty of warriors and rogues and shit who has been saving points for like 5 years. And you show up now and you're like, you need to, yeah, you can't even outbid them. Like it's not even possible. You need to grind for like 3 years to even have the same points as them. And that is if they don't grind themselves. But that's how kill point servers are. But that's where the upside of Tethra is, the fact that you can actually buy drops. Like I am on the road, at least, of buying a Void Moon Helm, or Morty Helm, which on Iran, that shit would cost 20 plus mil. There's only one on the server, I think. And I can't imagine there being many more of those helmets on Tethra. So if I can buy that shit, and I haven't even joined a clan, that tells you all you need to know. I know people would complain and be like, oh, it's pay to win, but it's really not. Like, it's a good balance between it. Rosmerda definitely has a harsher case of monopoly with the drops selling. You can kind of just sell whatever the fuck you want on that server. Yeah, it's balanced on Terra. I saw the rules. Yeah. So like if someone's just bidding on shit to sell on Taranis, you'll get kicked. But on Rosmerda it's the way it is. That's like how it's meant to be played. Which again, if you have a bunch of gold, it doesn't really matter because you can just buy all the stuff you want, and you can get maxed out in a week. This lag gas map. Yeah, I can't even play in Valley on my phone. That's why I'm streaming. Because I'm on my PC. Otherwise I can't do shit. And it's taken 8 months and Daka still hasn't done shit. Who's collecting this? I just need to get this quest thing. Roll for collective, no one volunteer. I'll collect and I'll just keep all that shit. Just give me the gold. I ain't giving that to clan. This was a fucking detour for this stream. 30 minutes to kill this fucking river drag. Yeah, but Iran would probably benefit from it to increase comp number. I am not disagreeing. I think so too, but it's also like this system and these rules have been in place for a couple of years, I guess. So I don't see a revolt changing that. But it would be nice to have some comp. It would be nice to have some shit happening. Right now it's very boring. What's up, Mango? How you doing? What we're discussing? Selling drops in clans, I guess. Now we're discussing Tethra versus Iran. I think, something like that. Is someone collecting this shit? Because I don't want to do that. Fucking detour. Oh yeah, Iran suck. That's all. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Don't say that to someone who loves this server. They will fuck you up. Nah, I would play a tank on Iran because we don't have many tanks, but I don't want to level to endgame again on a warrior again. Fuck that shit. So I'm kind of just useless on this server. I have my shitty support druid and I have my shitty rogue spear. That's all I have. Unfortunately. No, but it's a boring server all around, no comp, no nothing. I agree. Especially the comp part, because it's just, I don't know, it's very boring to show up to a boss and you're not fucking needed. Maybe here I'm a little bit needed because there's no support druid here. Speaking of spear, bro, give me a dino spear. I've been waiting. Yeah, they added spears to mannequin, but there's no spear jewelry or spear gear to match it, so you're stuck with necro rings being the best in slot, and then you have one of the best melee DPS weapons, if not the best, being the spear from mannequin. But it's still maybe not worth playing spear. So what did we get? 25.5. Take my shit, boy. Alright. There we go. Finally. That took half an hour. Well, not really, but almost. There is Tethra. We're back in here. Yeah, Spear's ass because of best in slot, I assume you was gonna say. I agree. Well, it's not ass, because I do out DPS a lot of people with my spear build, but it's definitely not so great. And skewer being the only skill you get with spear specific, and that skill being completely fucking useless, doesn't help. Well, yeah, look at this. Well, jewelry is not what I'm looking for, is it? No. Armor. That is not very cool. Shadow Sun Helm, 150 or 1.5 mil, is it? Yeah, no, 1 mil. Void Duelist. You can get this for 2.5 mil. Like that's like 3-4 mil in Iran terms. And then you got Void Moon Helm going for currently 4 mil. I need to X for gold here so I can get this, because this is crazy. There surely cannot be many of those on the server. I've got a Dark Sun Helm, and I've got all this gear from Auction House. You would never get this shit from Iran. Like this would just be impossible. I need to ask my people how many moon helmets they think there is on the server. Like the fact that I enjoy this server and I'm not even in a clan, I'm not even like endgame, and I still enjoy it. That's crazy. But yeah, I need to ask for shit over here so I can buy the Nightmare Essence as well. Cool, that's what I'm saying. That is cool. Let me hop on this. Did get my hands on another Nightmare Essence, so we have got this upgraded, and hopefully we get the third one later. And it's a pretty fucking OP. Yeah, it seems funny. It is quite fun. And the people are really cool. Like I've been bossing with like 4 different clans because of the whole alliance system. And everyone's just friendly and cool and just chilling pretty much. I need to kill a bunch of different mobs to continue with the valley quest lines or faction stuff. And I am quite underleveled, but oh well. It will work. It will work. Fucking ready to extra all my shit from Iran over here. Okay. Tree is still up. Wait, sorry bro, you're able to speak on this VOA quest line? I don't really know what it is for, why it's important. So, you unlock the Valley faction tiers, which was the reason why I killed the dragon on Iran. And then, with the faction tiers, which might be showing here, every tier you can upgrade your dodge ghoul. So it's called Blessed Dodge Ghoul. So once you're tier 1, you can get Blessed Dodge Ghoul 1. And once you're tier 2, you can get 2. And then 5 is the highest tier, and that's when you get the Enlightened Aura, which is basically like a buffed up Digi aura. And then on top of that, there's a bunch of faction shop items, which for casters, the Ami, once you get tier 4, is like one of the best in the game if you don't have a good Dino Ami or Godly BT Ami. So that combined with upgrading stuff like rings and weapons and all that shit, which you get from the bosses in Valley, that's why you want to level up your factions. And that's why you're doing the Valley questline. Damn, I'm gonna get smoked. That hurt. And then obviously the grind to get to tier 5 is fucking endless. Takes like 2 or 3 months to get to tier 3, and then it takes, depending on how much you play, it takes X amount of hours, well, days probably, to reach tier 5. Shares, no worries. Like, for example, this thing. This is a sprout bangle. Once you upgrade it, it becomes like a, I think it's like a budding bangle, and then whatever the fucking the names are. So you need 2 tier 1 to get a tier 2, and then 2 tier 2 to get a tier 3. And you obviously upgrade these through the faction tiers. You need to be tier 3 to upgrade the said jewelry. Obviously you can have someone upgrade it for you, but yeah, it's worth to start grinding basically. That's why I'm doing this at 2:15 already, as fast as I fucking can. Then there's the daily Digi quests as well, which is probably the biggest reason why people do this. Yep, some dude's got shot some likes now on multiple tunes. Yep. I CBA to do it, but I know some people have been very religiously doing it. That's kind of cool. I didn't even know it was a thing. Basically, new content for me gives me something to do. I still gotta grind my CG factions though. Yeah, that grind is nothing compared to the Valley factions grind. But yeah, you're good as long as you're tier 3 in CG, so you can get the offhand. Damn, I'm getting fucking smoked. Yeah, I got 5 logged every day to get 5 tunes geared. That is dedication. That is definitely dedication. We've had some of those people as well. I think there's one person who did 4 tunes every single day, which is fucking crazy. Like, I understand if you can do that for a few days, but like 5 months of doing that? That is dedication. That's what I'll be grinding for, but still need my EDL weps. Been waiting, I don't know how long for those. Yeah, you probably want to attend some Unox if you want to get your hands on the EDL weapons. Otherwise, you will never get them. Damn, I'm using a lot of cubes right now. If I was 220, I could have at least used my resistance bracelet. Yeah, dedication for real. Yep. Absolutely wild. I did it dual logged for like a couple of days and then I just, nah, fuck this. I haven't really done them for the past month. But you obviously, you have to want to do it as well. For me, it's there's no reason with getting DG on Iran, because I don't play there, so what's the fucking point? This quest is gonna take forever. I mean, fuck, I'm pulling out with some goose liver to do this shit. Still don't think I'll survive. Damn, that's fucking crazy. I do 0 damage as well. This is why I was dual logging. I had my druid and my rogue. And I just put bark and like magic ward on my rogue, and that guy just couldn't die. And here I can't do shit. Completely useless. That sucks. Rip for real. Might have to go and buy a runic shield. Okay, now we're stuck with these hard mobs to kill. And I'm not sure how the fuck to do that. And the frustration is starting. Might just have to hop on some other tune and start Lexing or some shit. If I want to play this game. I have nothing. Damn, those wyverns are gonna take ages. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do against that shit? Yikes, dude. I would have lost my mind already. Well, I am losing it, man. What the fuck? What am I actually supposed to do against that shit? This is my version of losing my mind. Yeah, it's that shield. That is one expensive fucker. I am losing it. I've killed like 7 mobs in 15 minutes. But I will be using this shield on my druid anyway. But my druid is level 60 currently, so does not justify buying this thing. Doesn't really fucking help either. Can I like... This thing has wit. Let's use this shit instead then. We'll throw this thing on there. Jesus. Oh well. I get angry watching this. I feel you, man. I feel you. Using this sword is actually not 50, 22, 4887. It's not very good DPS, and the skill is not worth justifying the DPS for. But now I'm using it for the wit, so that I can take more punches. At least I find a fucking group. And I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. No. Jeez, okay. I did survive. Okay. Where's the next thing? He's got magic ward. Shout out to that guy. That's gonna be helpful as fuck. Oh, that's a 3-star. Right, I'm cooked. No, I survived. Okay. I guess these guys are doing the DE quest. And I would be too if I had unlocked it, but I haven't. And there's no way I can solo this shit if I was doing the quest. Which will make this so fucking painful. Extremely fucking painful. I guess I have to kind of perm this sword when I am in Valley. think that is what I have to do. Ah, shit. Nah, things are working now. Did not want to aggro that guy. Please just die fast. Well, I'm fucked. This is why I need to get a druid to endgame here, just so I can put wards on myself. Because this is painful as fuck. Okay, that's done. Now I just have these wyverns in the middle of fucking nowhere. I need to kill 7 wyverns. That's what I need to do. 7 fucking wyverns. Good luck, dude. Thanks, Mingo. Thank you, brother. Got to go. Alright, man. I'll see you around. As I try and do this shit. If only I could use the resistance brace that I have. Well, let's fucking kill this guy anyway. 12 levels too high. Don't know if that's even possible. Nope. Let's relog. Let's relog. Yeah, this angers me too. Hi, by the way. What's up, Frau? How you doing? Yeah, I'm trying to do this. So I can finish up this annoying quest. To hopefully unlock the faction stuff, if it's even possible at my level. Which I don't know. The Svidotar, my brother, is coming to the rescue. Don't know if I even unlock it at this point. But shout out, if you're in the stream, shout out. That's crazy. I need these bewitched fuckers. I would have never done this on my own. Ah. Well, dude, you're going through these like nothing. That's what I'm trying to be like you. Maxed out little DPS druid. Just, oh, well, I spoke too soon. 17 secs. Shout out Desviado. Oh yeah, he even Spring of Life meat, right? Bro is geeked. The goat, for real. Which server were you from, Frau, by the way? Which server are you from? How many more do I need? 1. All right. Shout out to Des. That was a lifesaver. Otherwise, it would have taken me 20 minutes. Rosmerda the Monopoly. Hey, we spoke about Rosmerda. We call that server shit. But, well, it kind of depends on what you're looking for, I guess. What is your point of view on that? Arcane stuff. I might actually unlock this shit now. Might unlock it. Yeah, it is shit. Oh, well, there you go. Fair enough. Activate Magic Anvil. That's this thing. Got the Dutch cool stuff. And we have unlocked DG Quest. I think. We have unlocked the Dog Quest, shout out. And the DG Quest. Actually, that's fucking crazy. It's pay to win premium. Yeah, I know that. But it's like if you're that guy, it's a good server, you know? If you are the pay to win. That is what I'm thinking. But yeah, this shows that you can unlock all the shit that you need in Valley at 215 at least. Probably at 210 as well. But I hit 215 trying to unlock the rest of the quest line. Otherwise I would have been to 210, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, some peeps call me as to no life and spend money. Yes, and those people probably enjoy it, is what I'm saying. Because that's kind of what the server caters for, I guess. I would be inclined to believe. Got a little free star up somewhere. Doing my first DE quest on Taranis. Crazy. I'm getting fucking smoked. No, I have the ward of magic on. That is cool. That is all I'm asking for. So now the fucking endless grind in Valley of the Ancients begins. And I'm not really excited about it, but at least I know it will be useful because I play here. So I kind of want to grind this shit. And I guess I'll stream it whenever I'm home and doing this. Let me just finish up killing all these mobs. I am eating a shit ton of elixirs and shit though. That is slightly painful to see. That is what I'm thinking. Cooler brother regrets on unlocking factions. Thank you. Only took 6 months. Now we just need to do the same thing on like 5 tunes. But they are the faction or the Digi quest is clearing out quite quickly, to be fair, which is cool. Ouch. Yep, I'm dead. Well, fuck. Like, I get so triggered, I just wanna fucking throw my PC. I'm literally helpless against these fuckers. Well, I think it's about time. Why are they heading into the fucking caves? Alright, let's kill this thing. Let's just not give them the 3-star. They went into caves. Fuck. Oh well. I'm gonna have to like get magic ward and just travel from Laystones back and forth just to get the wards and shit on from my druid if I'm gonna survive all of this. Let's throw these things into here. Okay, we've gotten this far. There should be a 3-star right there. All right. Only 99 more days until I get a Digi chestplate, I guess. Which doesn't make sense, because I don't have EDL, so technically I should not even be able to get Digi, but hey, the game's the game. I guess Deca did not think of that. Probably didn't know it. But I'm not complaining. I can skip EDL legs and chest. That sounds like a deal. Okay, now I just need dogs and 3 stars for my my 2 quests that I have. Or be right there, I should say, but oh well. Now I just need to kill 7 more of these fucking dogs. Should not take long at all. VOA grind is crazy. Yes. It's a full-time job. If you're trying to do everything that you can. All the quests, everything. It really is. Probably gonna get cooked. Oh, there's another 3 star. There you go. Bam. Now we move on to this guy. Speaking of bounties, I should get my bounties on here. Haven't done that yet. And that is actually that. So now I just need to pick up some magicked rabble. And then we're cooking. Then I just need to kill a shit ton of dogs, which I look forward to. Okay. Oh. Well, I got the fucking mobs that I did not want. The worst ones possible for me. So that's pretty cool. Let me do that. Let me go and get my mount. And let's fuck out these... well, the dog quest. Which should only take about an hour. Being optimistic. Here we go. Here is a dog. Hell yeah. Sorry, I'm not gonna help. I'm not much help, alright. Okay. And this is where we find ourselves. Doing this quest once again. Is Tethra your main server now? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't play much on our own, so can't really call it my main server. But it's also like, this is where I'm leveling a tune currently and doing all this shit, which I'm not doing on our own, so hypothetically, yes. Yes, sir. Okay, cool. Yep. But I am clanless. So we'll see. We'll see if I get accepted into any clan. Otherwise, I'm just some random dude. Can I do the fucking Digi quest for Fortitude as well? I can. How does that make sense? Surely that doesn't make sense. Because then I need to kill these 3 stars. But how, what? That doesn't make sense at all. Might die. Well, you see, it's hard to be optimistic when this shit happens. Very hard. Let's see if there is anything regarding the fortitude. Fortitude and DPS stuff. Please die. There we go. Doesn't say anything. Can warrior do 200x fortitude and 200x normal? Yes. Motherfucker said yes. So I can get a full DG set then technically. How does that make any sense at all? Well, that's cool. That gives me a reason to at least do both quest lines, and since I need to kill dogs anyways, it's kind of a win-win, I guess. Kind of sucks to have to do all this shit, but anyway. I guess. Really, you can get DGS and lags, DPS, and then the rest fortitude. Apparently, according to a Deca developer, you can. I don't trust the Deca developers, but apparently you can. And I'm gonna die. Oh, fuck. Apparently you can, but don't trust my word, since I'm not trusting the developer's word. But I guess you can, if you want to trust the devs, which you should be able to do. Well, you definitely shouldn't with the state of the game, but you know, hypothetically, you should be able to trust the devs, which are saying that you can. That's OP as fuck, I guess. Yeah, but it's like, if you want to be a good DPS warrior, you need a full DG set, otherwise you're fucking useless. Because you don't get any damage or anything from EDL or the Fortitude versions, so It's not gonna favor your DPS at all, really. But obviously it's gonna make you quite powerful since you won't die as much. And you'll get that armor and resistance boosts and dexterity, whatever it is. I don't actually know. But yeah, it's definitely better than EDL gloves and EDL boots, etc. So if you then also have a BT helmet, then you are pretty good. But then you might also just want to get both versions, chest and legs, because those will be the best versions, or best things to get for either version. But you could also go the chest, helmet and boots route, assuming you don't get a BT tank helmet. Should be able to get some more hot slots. Bam. Yeah, that's quite cool though. Absolutely, it is. But it's not, I wouldn't say it's like a unfair advantage. Or like, people will start complaining that, warriors can get a full DG set, even if it's not like an actual set, since it's different pieces, but, or different versions. But yeah, hypothetically, warriors can. Apparently, according to the devs. Which I wouldn't trust their word on it, but I don't know. Just 3 stars. What other things do I need to do? Just kill 3 stars. Okay. That's everything I have to do. But yeah, I have no intentions of being a tank. Although, if I have like half a fortitude set, I can tank most things anyway. Yeah, that is cool. It is, after years of warriors being neglected. But yeah, I should probably get like 1 or 2 bars every day from doing these very boring quests. Hey, what are you guys saying? What are you guys saying in the chat? Gotta chill with that shit, we. You know, only mods can see what you're saying. And I don't mind you saying that, but YouTube will not allow it. You guys, fuck, you guys have been chatting. What the fuck are you guys saying? Only CH streamer and YouTuber out there. Why is my man got 7 viewers? There's like 7 people who play the game. What you think? You guys sitting here waiting. Everyone here is unemployed 100%. Is everyone AFK? I made 78k last year from betting. I don't think so, buddy. Everything but CH. Well, we're locked in. I think we're cooked on cards. I made 4 grand. You definitely did not, my brother. Let's do over 5 cards and 3.5 goals. Right, you guys are using my chat as a betting chat thing. Alright, I support your cause 100%. That is cool, my people. Very cool. Let's see. I did X-Fer 100 chests. So we have a little bit of something. And we're still leading the auction for that thing. And there is 2 Nightmare Essences. Well, there should be 2 Nightmare Essences. Only 1, okay. Well, we're gonna try and buy that one. Not 60k nowadays. There we go. Let's try and sell this shit. Anyway, what did you guys think of that first half? I thought it was a fun 20 minutes. Then it kind of died off a little bit, in my opinion. What do I have left? Wake up call and that thing. All right, let's do that. I'm just gonna go and pick up. Well, not pick up. I'm gonna go grab some food. And then we're gonna do this trade, hopefully. Give me your fucking money. Right now. There we go. Did my guy have to open up the calculator and calculate that? Maybe he did. Let me just fix up some stuff. Some shit that I am supposed to mail to my other tunes. Transmutation, Transcendence, Brutality, and that thing. Okay, something like that. Well, can throw these things in here. And stables, tokens, nothing. Okay. Okay. Good half. Yeah, it was definitely decent. Let me just mail my druid. Some druid stuff. Well, it doesn't even fucking work, does it? What the fuck? What's the fucking point of searching if you can't search? What? Well, one of these is not for the druid, but oh well. That druid is getting everything. Okay, apparently that worked. Let's do this then. No. Okay. That goes to the druid. And then should have my ranger. He gets that. And he gets that. Boom. All right, let me just grab some food. Okay, baller. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you calling me a baller. That stuff is working. So I'm gonna wait for this thing to run out. What's up, Star Wars Lover 888? Listen to this. Oh yeah. Fuck. I'm gonna wait for this to run out. Rich guy. Fuck yeah. I'm balling. And then real baller pop. Damn, okay. Yeah, so I have some gold in case this thing goes up. And otherwise we're gonna buy this fucker right here, which is also on short, so we'll see. Void Moon, never saw it before. Yeah. I don't know why it's so cheap. I don't know how many exist on this server now with the merch and shit. But I'm willing to pay for it, baby. Come on. The helm is 200 poison damage. Basically the best Morty helm there is. Arguably better than some BT helmets. Well, I think people will disagree. But anyway. That is that. Did he just pull out the egg? No. I'll pay 10 mil easy. Yeah, it's probably worth like 50 mil on a run, but because there's only one. But this is Tethra. Things are super cheap. So you don't even have to pay for it. That's why we love this shit. Now we gotta kill a bunch of dogs. I'm broke. Me too. But in real life. Vent has the only one on Iran. Maybe. I don't actually know. I think there's only one on the server though. And he could have it. He probably do. It's between him and like... Yeah, I think it's only really him. But now we're grinding these very enjoyable valley quests. Until the next half starts. Which is like it should be right now, actually. In 2 minutes. Yeah, I think his locker has it. Best locker in the game. Nah, my locker is the best in the game, actually. I got double health force on that bitch. Nah, you can't actually have double Apo or banished. Yeah, the sword is worse than the one I have, but it gives me Vit. Otherwise I die. Cause I'm useless in Valley. So we'll see. True, but in terms of normal locker gear, he's stacked. Yeah, 100%. He is obviously more stacked than I am. Well, I think fucking half the server is probably more stacked. But hey, we got, I guess, about 10 mil to offer for that thing. So we'll see who joins in on the little bidding battle. And then we will sell it for 50 mil after we buy it. Crazy cheap. Yeah, a lot of stuff is cheap on this server. I know collectors would pay 50 mil for it on Iran. Probably. I've seen some people pay 50 mil for an Apo on Iran. Some dude was offering like $1,000 as well. I'm like, what the fuck? And now we have to kill a bunch of fucking dogs for this very enjoyable daily quest. You getting Spirit Nightmare on this account? Yeah, if I can get enough gold and shit for it. Banny for 90 mil, yeah. That was funny. I saw my Banny 46 mil and Rosmerda bought it for 20. Yeah, 20 mil for Banny is good. 40 mil for it is good as well. But yeah, I'm not buying chests or anything, so like, if I'm gonna afford a Spirit Nightmare, I need to ask for a bunch of golden shit from Iran. And there's only so much I can ask for. So I don't know if it will be enough for a Spirit Nightmare. But I will try. Yeah, stack people play what's asked 100%. I sold a cursed coin for 6 mil. 6 mil for a cursed coin on Iran, and I paid like, well, 3 mil for it, so. My S is 8 mil per Roslo, very expensive. Yeah, it's like 5-6 mil on here, and then it's like 11-12 mil on Iran. But that's because there's people just paying whatever's asked for on Iran. So that shoots up the price. I sold my last Nightmare for 12 mil on Iran. And at that point it's like, it's more worth to sell it than to keep it. Because you would think the price would die down. Which it did. But then they added the spirit tiers. And then everyone just got such crazy fucking FOMO. They need to pay 12 mil for another Nightmare. So the game's the game. Yeah, I saw a dude offer 60 mil plus Apo and shit for Banny. That is standard. Standard on Iran. One guy offered the like 676 chest bundle plus 50 mil. I don't know exactly how much plat that was during the double plat event, but it was definitely a couple $100. All that for like a increased 300 damage compared to a normal Apo. Or I guess it's like 700 damage, but anyway. I'm really just trying to finish this quest and then that's it. Done with the live stream. Sell your shit in Iran and Exfer. I am selling my shit. Stuff that isn't clan. Which is 2 Hellforged, and I actually didn't get my hands on an Apo. A dude outpaid me for the Apo. Which is unfortunate. And the same guy who did it doesn't even fucking play the server. That's the average Celtic Heroes player. They just need this stuff. They don't even play. They just want it. They want it for no reason. It's not even to flex, because no one gives a shit. For real, like the PC bloke. Yeah, but that guy actually has issues. Flexing for the 7 people in Discord, who cares? I don't even think the same people who flex and are like so influenced by gear, I don't think they even care themselves. I am a EDL rogue with Imp BT Helm and T2 Chrome Dag. Yeah, I don't think anyone is very impressed. That's like what people post. They post pictures of their gear and like expect people to care, and they pay so much for that gear as well, which would make sense if it was like an active game with people in it, but I honestly don't know if anyone gives a shit in the nicest way possible. In the nicest way possible. Like Xprint on Iran. Yeah, but that person's not even... I don't even think they're trying to flex. They just have like a complex with like having the best shit in the game for no reason at all. It's not a flex, but more like I invested a lot even without DG yet. Yeah, alright. You should have 2 DG pieces now if you did the DG short quest every day. And the guy who paid 4K for DG Tune. Yeah, but that's the average Epona player. That's like... That's a normal guy on Epona. I'm talking like the guys who pay 100 mil for Banny just to increase their damage by like 700. And they're willing to pay anything for it. But it's like no one really cares. I think there's 2 people on Iran who cares, and that's it. Well, you can get chest and legs, which is what you would get if you have a brain. Otherwise, you can get 200 DG shards, which is enough for chest and legs, which is 180, or you can spend 200 for helmet, chest, and boots. But chest and legs is, of course, recommended, and that's what normal people would get. But people get gloves and then they're instantly fucked. Worse than Diablo Immortal kids who spent 7k on a crystal. Yeah, but that game's also like fully submerged pay to win. Like you need to pay 400k to get a maxed out character. In Celtic Heroes, you'd be maxed out after 5k. Otherwise, you're doing something wrong. Not that it's worth spending a single penny on this game, but Diablo Immortal is just crazy. Nah, someone killed my dog. Fuck. Someone killed my fucking dog. That's crazy. He just increased my grinding time by like 7 hours. I'm gonna start tweaking now just because of that. True. Yeah, there's been documentaries about those people. Like actual freaks. Freaks of nature. Hell yeah, brother. That's what we're trying to get to. And I still haven't fixed the imp. The imp size. Still small as fuck. It's been 3 months with the imp issues. 3 fucking months. They haven't fixed the size of pets. What the fuck? Because that's actually crazy. That is actually crazy. Fuck, I would have needed 2 more. But now I need 100 more. Like 7 hours of game time to kill these dogs. You don't want Nightmare on Druid or Caster? Nah, not really. There's already enough casters who have the pets or the Nightmare assets. So you're getting that ability regardless. There isn't that many armor versions from what I've seen on this server at least. So that would be if I went and got the Nightmare on a on my Ranger instead. But I think I'm more stacked as a warrior, and then same thing. If I do a log and I show up with both my melee tunes, both of them are getting the armor resistance bonus regardless, so it doesn't really matter. There isn't like a this is technically a support pet because you're increasing the damage for everyone who is a melee or anyone who is favored by lowered armor resistance. So it doesn't really matter what tune I have it on. Same thing with casters. If someone else has fire resistance or nature, then if I am that casting type, I have the benefit from that person. So I don't really need that. Let's hope they don't kill that dog, please. That would be detrimental. That would be 2 dogs. I'm just trying to kill this fucker fast. Boom. Okay. But yeah, this is probably like my main tune, so I will be fine with this nightmare on here. True. Yeah, I mean it goes both ways, but I think this server has less armor nightmares than they have, you know, casting types. So I am more useful with this as well in terms of support role, or looking at it through that point of view. We've got Wertz and Jones coming on. I'm just trying to finish this shit so I can go watch the Prem. Fucking, I've been streaming for 3 hours. Haven't done this quest yet. That is actually fucked up. I'm almost level 216 from trying to finish this daily quest. That is wild. Yeah, CBA achievement log for this quest. Yeah, you are not alone. You are not alone with that thinking. Let me tell you that much. You are not alone. Yeah, this thing currently does 145 resistance. Or armor lowering resistance. So, if I do get my hands on another nightmare, that would be probably in the 200-ish. Which the Shatter currently does 675. Yeah, Nightmare's OP. Yep. It is. Yeah, I watched the first 30 minutes of stream and you're still on. And yeah. I did have a 45-minute break for the first half off the Mercy side. But yeah, that's how long it's taken me to do a few quests. So I can see why people complain about the length of these things. But the game's the game. Ain't that right? Damn, I do no damage at all. No damage. We got Isaac coming on. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to sit down and watch the game once that dude comes on. Yeah, that is how long it takes to do these things. I lost my bet already. Yeah, you can't win. You can't win in sports betting, my friend. If you do win, you will bet that money as well. And then you will lose that money. And if you win, which you already won money, you will bet with that money as well. And then you will lose again. That's how it works. But yeah, I have 14 mil to Exfer and 2 Hellforged if anyone wants that on a run. No one has picked up that offer. Okay, we have 2 things up. Come on, you gotta die fast now so I don't lose both of them. Holy fuck. Is my guy Fabius farming or what's up with it? Please don't kill these bitches. Please let me finish this now. Jeez. First time doing the dog quest in 2 months as well. It's fucking horrendous. But I have the DG quest, which requires you to kill dogs. And then I'm also leveling up from killing these things, so it ain't that bad. But that is it, gamers. That is it for this stream. Because I don't want to see this game anymore. At all. After having to do all of this. I'm just gonna go and pick up some rubble. And then that will be it for the stream. A nice little short stream, right? Very short. Yes, sir. I just need to pick up these things. And then I shall be good. But that's crazy if you can get DE. from this quest without having EDL, because then you can just jump straight into this. Stream tomorrow. Not sure. I work tomorrow, so I will see when I get off work, and depending on if I work the following day as well, I don't know. I might need my beauty sleep. But otherwise it's possible in the evening, because I will have to do this quest tomorrow as well. Because I'm trying to keep this little very annoying grind going. There we go. That is it for the stream, gamers. I will see you guys either tomorrow or tonight, actually, depending on how this little auction thing plans out. Because that's a mage. Does not have the armor. Umbriel Nightmare. Okay, yeah, but that's it for the stream. I'll see you guys either tonight or tomorrow or that following day or next week. I don't fucking know. Anyway, thanks for watching.